I represent the 2nd District of the City of Cebu. As you know, ito yung naging epicenter na ng COVID ng buong Pilipinas. But before I make my questions, allow me to make a manifestation, Mr. Chairman. I wish to reiterate my concerns on the implementation of the SAP, particularly in the city of Cebu. Over the past few months, since the first tranche was released, and that was sometime in May, 2 months ago, more than 2 months ago, I have been asking the DSWD Regional Office, Region 7, Central Visayas, for information on the ongoing implementation and distribution of the financial assistance. As I have been receiving complaints from my constituents sa online, sa text messages, maraming nagko-complain. And I have been asking for information from DSWD Field Office in Region 7. But sad to say, because there have been allegations of the lack of transparency in the identification of the beneficiaries and on the stringent requirements and qualifications for the availment that go against the intent. We all know the real intent of the Bayanihan to Heal as One Act, and the seeming padrino systems that vary from one barangay to another. To my dismay, Mr. Chairman, the responses that I received from my requests were either dismissive or evasive. In so many words, the DSWD Field Office 7 would always tell me that they downloaded the funds, the city government, and that I should be asking the local government units instead. Barangay officials would inform me, however, that the DSWD grants the final approval on applications for the SAP. Long story short, all they managed to give me on the SAP was the runaround. At the time of crisis such as now, when our people require a sense of security and demand integrity from the government, this lack of accountability, Mr. Chairman, is highly counterproductive. I wish to put it on record that as far as the implementation of the SAP in my district is concerned, the DSWD performance barely gets a passing mark. Alam natin, the Bayanihan Act even requires the office of the president to render a report every week. And we know that the president has complied with it. But in the case of the region, the field office of this WD here, marami na akong na-file na resolutions in the House. Meron akong sulat, I sent it to Secretary Bautista, to the regional director, to the assistant regional director for field operations. Sabi nila, I just have to get the data from the LGU. They're the ones talking. For the information of everyone, I'm not part of the City Hall. We know that because I'm with the legislative. And I'm not part of the operations of City Hall. So I cannot just simply get this data from them. And probably there might be some reasons why this data are not provided, this representation. So I'm relying on the provision of this data because this can be very helpful. I'm relying to get this data from DSWD itself. But they just say, kung sinasabi nila na kunin nyo na lang sa LGU, anong ibig sabihin yan? Does that mean na wala silang alam kung paano na-implement sa mga barangays? Importante na alam natin. Kasi every day, we are fed with figures from the Department of Health. Ilang cases, positive cases, ilang namamatay, puro mga information na hindi magaganda. How we wish that we can listen and hear from DSWD mga positive figures na ilan ang natulungan, Ilan na ba ang mga naayudahan? Pero sad to say, I don't know sa ibang lugar, sa ibang region, sa ibang distrito, kung may mga updates or posts ba ang DSWD whether online or through their official websites or sa Facebook, kung nag-a-update sila kung ilan na ang naaayudahan. Kasi maraming tao na naghihintay, hindi naman lang nila alam, they don't have an iota of idea kung kailan magkakaroon ng first tranche, kailan magkakaroon ng second batch ng first tranche, is not even the second tranche yet, no? Kasi may mga iba na omitted and hahabulin pa, is that still part of the first tranche? And now we're talking of the second tranche, hindi nila malalaman kung kailan. I've been asked questions by my constituents, and with regards to Region 7, Central Visayas, my district happens to be the district with the most possible number of beneficiaries because we have the most number of households in the entire region, especially in the city of Cebu. And we are demanding for more transparency kasi maraming nalileft out eh. Pinaubaya lang ng DSWD doon sa LGU without holding the LGU responsible on the implementation. Kaya yun ang gusto kong maging tanong doon kay Secretary, because you said we are adopting a new system, we are digitalizing the payout to enhance, to accelerate the SAP delivery, but yet ilang buwan na ang nakaraan, dito pa rin, naghihintay pa rin ang mga tao. You know, probably in the case of other areas, naka-GCQ na, medyo nakakapunta na ng trabaho yung mga tao. But in our case, in the city of Cebu, we are on hard lockdown until now. And marami na nagugutom dito. Kailangan na talaga na pumunta na ng DOH, deliver the help to the people. Si Secretary Simato, pinadala na dito. Special mission by the President. DOH, I requested DOH to send more health workers. Nagre-respond din naman sila kahit na yung mga barangay doctors ayaw pumunta ng Cebu City for reasons that we already understand. And Secretary Roque has also announced that priority daw ang Cebu City na mga ayuda, healthcare workers, at iba pang tulong kasi overwhelmed na yung mga hospitals namin dito. So tama lang naman na patuloy yung ACQ ng Cebu City. Pero the people, nawala na yung trabaho nila during the first ACQ, lalo na ngayon, wala na talaga makakain. Kailan kayo pupunta dito sa Cebu City, DSWD? Sagot, Mr. Secretary.
DSWD?
Yes, DSWD. I'm asking DSWD, kailan sila pupunta dito sa Cebu City?
Secretary, DSWD.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, Your Honor, unang-una nagpapasalamat ako sa ating butihing congressman at napatid natin kung ano yung naging problema sa Field Office 7. Kung inyo pong mamarapatin ay hayaan nyo pong kausapin ko ang aking Regional Director sa Field Office 7 at ilatag itong inyong mga issues and concerns. Sa proseso po kasi sa ating mga field offices, meron po tayong mga city or municipal action teams na ito po nakadeploy po sa mga iba't ibang munisipyo at syudad, at sila rin po ang tumitingin kung ano ang mga pangangailangan at kung ano ang mga dapat na impormasyon ang ipabatid at iparating sa ating mga local chief executives, mga legislators at iba pong mga stakeholders. Pero sa inyo pong paliwanag na mukhang hindi po yata nagawa ang proseso na to, kaya ang aking pong pakiusap, hayaan niyo po muna akong imbestigahan kung ano mga nangyari dyan at makakaasa po kayo na sa madaliang panahon ay meron pong magpapakita sa inyong taga DSWD man, either galing po yan sa field office or ito po ay galing sa mga city or municipal action team. At talagang ina-require ko po sila na tignan ang inyong kalagayan at ma-ensure natin na talagang open ang dialogo at malaman namin kung anong pangailangan ng ating mga kababayan. Sa issue po, buting Congressman, regarding sa list of beneficiaries, dahil na rin po sa mga provision ng Data Privacy Act, ay hindi po kami nagbibigay ng diretsyo ng listahan. Ang ina-advise po namin dyan ay ididirekta po kami ng Oversight Committee ng House of Representatives para doon po namin ibibigay yung listahan. Pero ganun pa man, ang mga list po ng ating beneficiaries ay nakapost po iyan sa aming website. Ito po ang isang ginawa naming transparency para makita ng lahat ng ating mga kababayan kung sinong nakakatanggap at sila rin po ang maging vanguard na magsasabi kung eligible ba siya o hindi. Sa isang simpleng proseso, pagpasok po sa website, titignan lang po natin kung anong region ang gusto nyong tignan ng mga pangalan ng benepisyaryo at baba po yun, maaari sa munisipyo hanggang barangay po. At iyan po ay tuloy-tuloy na ating ina-update para ma-ensure natin na talagang may kita ng ating mga kababayan ang dapat na makatanggap ng social amelioration program, sir.